people. So I'm just live. Together morning Tuesday togetherness. Don't know if we're going to get any on here live because I haven't posted it back. I'm just going to start Tuesday morning togetherness, and I may do a Wednesday, but I'm using my phone on my internet because I don't get a connection. I'm in my clinic room and I don't get any internet connection, so I'm just making sure my phone's connected. I don't know who we've got on here, but I will just carry on because I'll just post it on my channel anyway, and then I'm going to post about it. So I'll do a regular thing because I was doing it regularly a while ago, because I know it is lots of energies going on. Lots of stresses and strains, and everyone's under pressure, which is the awakening on earth. So when we have these pressures coming to us, it forces us, so it feels like everything's coming in, forces us to recognize what is this resonating in a negative way. So actually, resonate in a positive way, but resonating in a negative way is for you to recognize it as one of your traumas, one of your layers of traumas, for you to then recognize and go into and heal. So, for example, I use one of mine that I've had recently. Is a lot to do with my belief in myself, my wealth, my value. So I've got a lot of financial things going on, and so coming at me like this, and I'm like, I'm not good enough, I can't do anything, how am I going to get on top of all of these things? Sort my hair out there. And I've got a wet t-shirt because I came as I am, because I spilt my tea. So it's all about just being who we are, not being embarrassed, not being ashamed. And I have a lot of this. I have an abusive past, but I've done a lot of healing. And I do that with other people, but it still comes up. And so I'm saying this, when you recognize what's coming up for you in your outside reality, what the pressure is. What is it that you recognize that your pressure is that you're feeling? And we remember collectively right now, we've got a lot of gaslighting and manipulation, a lot of confusion, a lot of information. And so you just find which way, what are you getting annoyed with particularly? You've got to find it, narrow it down, ding, 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 like this. So I do Egyptian soul healing. Egyptian, it's my soul past, but there's a bow and arrow in the Egyptian pictures, hieroglyphics, where they do this with the medicine. And the reason I'm explaining this, so you can go down and down and down into your, find the specific thing that's irritating you. This is really, or stressing you, like what's coming at you like this that you just can't have, and then recognize what it is, and then you recognize what that resonates with in your past, in a child past. It's either be a child past 0 to 7, 7 to 14, or and it will repeat into a soul one. So if you don't remember it as your child past, you might remember it as a past one, or vice versa. I don't know why I got into this explanation. This is normally what I do in one of my videos. But this tune in, I was just going to say, what do I do in the mornings to wake myself up? So sometimes I do a bit of meditation, but let's do some stretching. Because often I get very stuck in the back with a lot of people with back issues. So we can just start. Look at my little wet patch here. There we go. I thought, I'm not going to get changed. I'm just going to go as I am, messy and all mistakes. So let's just open up. This really helps open up the shoulders. Just knock my hand. So really opening up your back. Put it down. In through the nose and out through the mouth, the breath work. You can find your point, because a lot of people, mine is in between my shoulder blades. Keep going, by the way. Some people are right up here at the moment. I do a lot around my neck because of my Cambo work, but mine tends to be in my shoulders. But you just find where it is and release. So sometimes I meditate, but a lot of time I do a bit of stretching before. So I'm going into my boxing stance here. So I did a lot of, I do it like this, you can see. I did a lot of boxing when I first did started my horrific awakening a few years ago now. And it just really helps. So try and twist. You can do it like this. Really twist the ribs and the solar plexus. And so when I do it, I'm not even recognizing that I'm punching any body. When I first started combat, it was, but I was realizing what I'm actually fighting my inner demons. That's what people do boxing for. But it's actually the movement in the solar plexus and these ribs. So you can do it without the punching, as I'm doing here. And also we can do uppercuts. This is a figure of 8. So as you move your hips, you're moving around like this, and you're really up. And this is amazing for opening this. So sometimes I do this before I sit and settle, because I've opened up my solar plexus, and then these emotions can come up. What am I angry with? What are my suppressed emotions? And self-love is all in here, and it opens up the heart so we can listen. Because when it's a bit blocked, it's already suppressed. So do a few more figures of 8 like this. You can do it really fast. My necklace is flying out. It's very good if you, I'm talking. It's very good if you can close your mouth. Use the nasal breath, because the nasal breath goes to the chest and the lungs, where if you breathe the stomach, you're avoiding here, and you're going straight to the stomach. So I do a bit this, and then it just wakes it up, which I can feel is happening. So that's a nice little start for the morning. And if there are things you're angry about, just give it a whack. I'm going to carry on now. Okay, so let's do some stretchings here. So this is to do with gallbladder. Your gallbladder channel is all down the side, longest channel in the body. And the gallbladder is the little battery pack. I call it the battery pack. Where's my liver? Oh, my brain's gone here. So your gallbladder sits here. And the reason for gallstones is that the liver gets so full of stones, they're not even gallstones, they're liver stones, and they goes into the gallbladder. Okay, so when we do a liver flush, we get rid of stones, get rid of hundreds of them, a pack of hundreds. I'm just talking as I feel. So I'm going to do these because I connect to, like, the sun's out today. It's different energy. Yesterday it was very flat energy. But we're going up and down in our energy round. Sometimes I just have to sit and cry. I did a post about crying. And sometimes I feel very energetic, up and down, bipolar, PTSD. All of this is to be welcomed and expressed, because this is how nature works in healing. There is ups and there's downs. And you know what? Mental health is not being crazy. It is awakening and healing trauma. But the only thing is, if we think we're losing the plot and we think we're going to die, we just push it all back down again. And this is what's happening. So it's okay to be not okay. Mental health is spiritual connection, which they don't want us to have. So let's all be crazy together, okay? And let it all up and out. There's a lot of mental health because we're awakening. Right, I'm just trying to see if we've woken up enough of the chest. And I'll bring my camera down. There we go, I've just got a microphone here as well. So we'll come back down to the floor. You can see me. Okay, perfect. So let's sit. So I often, again, like in my other post, if you can't sit like this at the moment, don't worry, I've done this for a while. I could bring your tea with you. So tea, early morning drinks, lots of lemon. You can see all my lemon. It's about 3/4 of lemon in there, a couple of tea bags. I make sure I drink a couple of these in the morning. That's a huge cup, girl power. My friend bought me that. I have about 3 or 4 of these, so you pint or so of hot water. It gets your stomach going. And then if I would like a tea or coffee, I have it later in the day. I try not to have one every day. I keep explaining this, but we're not all perfect. You don't have to try and if you've got these certain habits, it's baby steps and doing things. But the more early morning is really good to have this lemon because it opens here. Okay. Let's see if I can just start. So this is another really good one. So sit and let's stretch. Stretch the lower back. Back here we've got our kidneys and our bladder channel that comes all the way down the back. And this helps the back of the legs, or down here, achy leg syndrome. So let's just sit here for as long as you can. I'll do another bit of a stretch in a minute. These back channels, the bladder channels, have got a lot to do with our nervous system, a lot to do with whether we've had a vaccine or not. Even if you have or you haven't, we're all carrying trauma, which affects the back of the channel, and it's low frequencies and it's metals. Okay, which is the kidney and bladder channel. So and make sure you're having enough salt, good salt in your digestion, in your food. Yeah. So stretch that out. Let's go to the side. So you should really feel that in the hip. Okay, this is releasing a lot of emotions. This isn't a whole yoga class. I mean, I'm not. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just showing you what this is. The things I do every morning. These are the main ones that I need to do, and then I will do different classes as and when I can, because I can't do things. I'm quite busy, and I'm a single mom, and I have a homeschool kid. So this is for people who are feeling the pressure, who haven't got any time. This is what I keep hearing. I don't have time to do these things. I've got too much on my plate. So we just have to find these little windows. And these little stretches you can learn. I do them when I'm cooking. I get my leg up on the kitchen table. Sounds a bit rude. I will do a leg stretch while I've got the pasta on or something. So it's finding a little bit of time and making it a lifestyle habit and change. So these movements here, we can even do this one. This is really good. So in through the nose, tip it here. Breathe in. Whenever you do stretches, be aware to have your breath is you're taking your breath in through the nose because you're trying to get oxygen to the cells and to the organ system, the nervous system, hormonal system, the 12 organ system, everything basically, right down to your bottom and your genitals. You want oxygen all around this blood, and when we're in stress mode, all the blood and everything just goes to your brain, arms and legs for panic. Okay, so this is why cancer's develop, which is why it's on the rise. The vaccines, stress and pressure. I've been working like this for ages, so the stress, it's fight or flight. And you're ready to run away from the dragon or the monkey in the jungle. Not monkey, but gorilla. Okay, so let's not do any more running. Let's not run away. Let's stand up and face these things. Bring it on. Can't wait for it all to hit the fan, to be honest. I'm fed up with all the bullshit. But there we go. That's another video for you. God, so much lies. And I feel it more because I had so many lies in my life, in my past life. And now it's, I've been still awakening myself on my past lies now and what I'm here to do. But it's corruption, these lies, what the F is going on. I thought I'm going to say fridge instead of the F word because I thought about this morning because I tend to say that quite a lot. So just in case anyone kids around, I'm going to say fridge instead. So what the fridge is going on. Okay, so as I keep talking, you just play around and stretch like this. Just find yourself a window in the morning to tune into your body. It's a must. You have to find space for yourself. Everyone, you have to find space for yourself. I do it in the morning before I walk out that door, or even I try and do it before I communicate with my son. I've only got me and my son in the house, but if you've got a lot of people in the house, you need to have that space. Find that space for you to connect to yourself. Make sure your energy and your blood and your chi, and you are in not fight and flight. This parasympathetic, sympathetic mode. You can Google it. I'm not going to use the long words, but this is simple. This is for everyone. You don't have to be trained. Okay? This is free source information from nature and the spirit realm that's been robbed from us for years and years and years. And it's not on. Getting angry now. It's not on that we've been separated. So we connect ourselves to nature like a battery. Okay, we can do this every day, and then things in our lives get a little bit better. Okay, and I learned to do this a long time ago when I was everything was just really fridged. Okay. So, and then we connect down to Mother Earth. She's an energy, and we're allowed to connect to her. She wants us to do the healing work. I'm telling you now, because this is why people are passing, because they're not connected to their soul. So yes, we can connect to her as a mother, but as his mother, she's buckled as well, a bit like us mothers at the moment. Okay, so we can do the work and ask for the connection, but also let's honor the whole climate change issue, as we can see, and we continue to do our healing work for her. So then when we connect to her, we're a good energy ourselves. All right, I must say that, because we can't just keep taking and taking and taking from her. But as we do the tune in, it's your 5-10 minutes every day, every morning and every night, guys. Before you go to sleep, you clear your energy and you connect to yourself. In the morning, you do the same. Okay, before you go step outside. This will prevent the amount of stress that people are having. All right, so I'm doing these to help, and I'm not telling you off, but just do it. I know people say they're busy, but so let's connect. So this energy is the earth body. All of this the word, the feminine. I try not to get into this sort of sovereign and this feminine just to stop my thing, because it just doesn't sit. But the feminine body in I'm trying to get things very simple and very matter of fact and down to earth. That's just my style. The earth feminine is, a man could be sitting next to me and I'd say the same thing for him. We need to get our feminine, which is earth, which is a battery, plus and minus. So the minus energy force of the body is from the throat down, and this is our shadow self, right? We connect this to the earth. This here is the consciousness, which is changing, as we can very clearly see. And then we ask, can we connect the crown? Oh, can I would like to. I am connecting my crown chakra, my third eye chakra, and then the pineal glands here. So the energy, when this opens, we ask for spirit connection. This is biblical. You ask and you will receive. Don't ask, you won't get, because it's a planet of free will. Okay, so ask and you will receive. I would like to connect to this Father light energy from above. Father energy is a battery, and this is the plus, the yang energy, the white energy, whatever. Lord, I believe is in here. But anyway, this energy here comes to the back of the pineal gland. I did a post on the pineal gland this morning, and then it connects down. This is the throat, our own truth of our own body. To learn to love ourselves, we have to look at the truth. Learning to love is not always nice, especially now. Okay, love is truth. To love yourself is to know your own shit, and it's painful. If I can tell you this, then we can accept it. Accepting what the hell went on in my life, truly, and in my past life, and in my ancestral life, all the way down to earth, right? And then we feel it, and we connect to the earth, and we ask to sit here just for a moment. This is what meditation is for. It's physics. It's not because we're not spiritual connected. It's a spiritual practice because we want to plug ourselves in to the life force energy that we are all entitled to. And without this life force energy connection, we are easily manipulated, we are easily controlled, and we are easily puppeted about. And then corruption happens, and violence happens, miscommunication happens, and abusive things happen. Not saying everyone's going through that, but this is why it happens. And I'm saying that because of my past and what I'm here to explain. So a lot of people say, well, I'm not spiritual. I'm not going to meditate. It's not about, the meditation is a practical tool to connect to source, which is nature and physics. And without this plugging the battery, like when you put a battery in, it connects to the plus and the minus. So if you look at physics and cells, now what's happening now is the cells are dying. We are the cells on Earth, and we're not connected to source. And we have pains, things coming up, and we're not connected to the right source, and that's it. We put out. The body can't hold it anymore. This is, we connect, and if we connect, we have the powers that are bigger to handle what's going on in our body, and we can settle. When we feel the truth of what's going on, when we connect in here and in here And in here. Om. The reason for the Om is the vibrational sound of the third eye, the throat, and the heart. So we connect heaven and earth once again. We bring down heaven to earth, and we understand our own truth, and we can connect. And you do this every day, you'll realize how your day is a little bit more peaceful, and how you, because everything that happens to you outside in your outside world is a manifestation of your inside frequency. It is you. Whatever you're pulling to yourself is your soul pulling to you. So you're going to heal it and you're going to listen. So if you're having stressful things and overloaded and pressured, this is because your soul is saying, come on, wake up, wake up, wake up. What is this? Remember, what are you remembering this in one of your memories? All right. So whatever you're feeling is a memory that you asked to be processed, this trauma. When you process the trauma inside that's resonating with this pressure, it flips. And it turns on from the soul. This light switches on, and this pressure goes like this. This is what we're all here, all going on, which is, sorry, my phone's going, which means my connection is not very stable, it's telling me. So let's just stop this. Yeah, sorry, I'm going to get a connection for it is on. It's because I don't have Wi-Fi in my this is my studio room where I do Cambo and acupuncture. I don't have the Wi-Fi, so it's nice and clear. But it's a good space to do these sessions in. So just to explain, I just had to stop there. So yeah, this light and dark energy, spiritual war force field is because of the internal war that we have inside ourselves of the soul. All right, so if we all do our individual work for the planet, we are literally like a force membrane around her field. I'm just doing this because it's just, as we talk, as you sit and watch these videos, this is what I do when I'm maybe with my son sometimes. If I don't have this time to do, I'm always with my son 24/7. So I often do these stretches. So you have to find windows where you can just make sure your body is moved, stretched and moved, so you can feel stuff. So let's just do a couple more minutes. Let's put our hands together, and we just reconnect again because we can jump out. And you just ask, can I connect to my crown chakra? The crown chakra, you should feel this vortex going at the top of the head. So the two bottom ones, the root one does this outside the body, and the top one does this. And the other ones come like this. So the third eye, the throat, the heart, solar plexus, and then sacral. So if you visualize, and then comes out the front and comes out the back like a little bow tie. Same. Okay, and then the top one does this, and the bottom one. You can imagine this is white. And the bottom one, I always imagine a little bit fiery, but it then goes into mud. That's how I visualize, and I like to connect to the earth. And what I do is I visualize if I'm laying down. Laying down is good because you've got the whole nervous system, and I visualize connecting to the Mother Earth tree roots because they do this. I feel, and they have a lot of memory, and the liver is trauma. And I imagine her roots coming up to my spine and talking like this. And I ask her to hold me, and then I listen to what pains and emotions I have in my nervous system. It's like this. Okay, so this is good to visualize, and you sink down, and you ask what you're ready to feel and what you're ready to heal, and you ask to connect. If you end up having panic attacks, a lot of people having panic attacks, gosh. So I do this work online. So I stop somebody going to hospital with a panic attack. So you can do this healing online. I mean, I've learned how to do it, obviously, but if you're having anxiety or pain, if you're outside, I had to do this when I started here, jump into a public toilet, so take a deep breath, hand on your heart, listen to your soul. I'm connecting to you. I'm sorry, I'm listening to you. I'm listening to you. I've got you. I'm listening to you. Your inner child. Imagine yourself as a little baby. I'm holding you. I've got you. I'm trying to listen. I'm learning to love you. Please connect me to the Father Light energy from above, asking Spirit Source to come into this Yang conscious energy, and then asking them, Mother Earth, please connect me to Mother Earth. If you can go bare feet, go. It's a bit tricky because it's wet and wherever you are, but just ask. Sit down if you can. It's the rubber that's on the soul, which is a little bit of a problem sometimes, all right? But just asking can still help. It's a very big force field. It's the earth, so you know what I mean. But on the bottom or on your feet or laying down, and the better ones. Whatever you can do in a public toilet, just sit on the toilet and sit. I used to do this when I got PTSD, which we're all going to be rising up having this panic. Just slowly have a few minutes to yourself. I'm connecting. I love you. I'm learning to love you, which means I'm learning to love you means I'm learning to feel the truth inside my body, inside my own cells. And I'm learning to listen to my stuff, not what somebody else tells me is going on. I'm learning to listen to what's going on in my life. And then you calm it down. I'm going to do some OMs, and I'm going to just finish with this morning. These vibrational sounds, especially if you want to do any sessions with me or just listen to my video, because I've done a lot of the healing, my frequency is very high. So do use that sound that I'm sending as much as possible. And then you can join in, use your own sound. It will sound different. I've done a lot of camber a lot of times, so I've purged a lot of low trauma, which is why I can help others. But you still have the frequency. So if you can vibrate, and the higher sound is up here and the lower one is down here. This is a good one to do, but there's lots of different breathing techniques. Loads. We've got Google now, so anyway, I'm going really close. Excuse my chest. So lots of love, and I will do another one tomorrow morning. I'm going to do Tuesday morning, Tuesday tune in, and Wednesday tune in, or I'll give it another funny name. But and then Monday evening at 6 o'clock, I think, around 9 in the 2 mornings and around 6, just to support people. So do post it about. Join my YouTube, just so my intention is to obviously subscribers, so I can do more free information and free stuff. So do subscribe, because it helps me give all this information out for free and support whatever we can do together. All right, so I'm going to sit up because my boots are hanging. Right, lots of love. Take care. Bye bye.